So word on the street is 50 Cent might be lining up a diss aimed at Fabolous, Maino, Jim Jones, and Dave East on Uncle Murda's 2025 wrap-up. Now how real is this move, and is 50 really about to crash into 2026 swinging, or is he playing chess behind the scenes? Either way, eyes are glued right now, because if this drops, it's about to get loud fast. Make sure you stay locked in, smash that like, and tap that hype button, because this story moving super slow, but the fallout won't be. It's looking like this could be 50's response to Fab, Maino, Jim, and Dave East all at once, and that alone raises eyebrows. Some even saying Uncle Murda might be involved too, which would change the whole vibe. Now the big question is, does this turn into a full-length diss, and does Tony Yayo jump into the mix? People talking heavy, saying Fab already handled business solo, and if that's true, 50 coming back got to be wild. Now I gotta say, I think that take is way off, because honestly, Fabolous only threw a few solid lines at 50 Cent, but the whole verse wasn't really locked in on 50 like that. The freestyle overall wasn't some earth-shaking moment either, and truth be told, it wasn't wild enough to demand a full response. But let's be real, hip-hop fans are starving right now, and they itching for another major showdown. The culture been feeling slow, with sparks here and there, but nothing holding long enough to keep that energy alive. After that massive battle we just watched unfold, where fans were just as involved as the artists, lasting nearly 2 years and still echoing now, people are hunting for the next obsession. Everybody asking what's next, what beef gonna carry the culture forward. That's why folks keep pushing this Fabolous versus 50 Cent talk so hard, and that alone is kinda crazy. Truth is, people just been waiting on a real Fab moment again, a verse that really sticks, and that hunger is loud right now. Let's be honest for a second. People act like they don't care about another diss, but that's cap, they absolutely do. Fans are fully locked in and low-key begging to see Fabolous really press 50 Cent back and forth, non-stop, round after round. Now, do I think that actually happens? Probably not. If anything, 50 might fire one response and keep it moving, because that's how he operates now. But if 50 shows up on Uncle Murda's 2025 wrap-up, that alone would make it the biggest wrap-up ever, a diss ringing in the new year loud. People also miss hearing 50 diss folks on wax, because it's been a long time since we got that version of him. We've watched him shut down Ja Rule, dominate the G-Unit mixtape era, and throw shots non-stop during his prime, one of the craziest runs hip-hop ever saw. Now circling back, Jim Jones and Fab clearly had the stronger verses, while Dave East and Maino didn't really shake the room. Maino did take a shot, saying he not scared of Fifth, and that's fair. Everybody got the right to respond if they feel tested. When it comes to 50 Cent, nobody should be scared to respond how they see fit. Nobody should be ducking smoke or backing down, and I'm not mad at anybody choosing to push back at all. The real issue is whether fighting back actually helps them, or if it ends up hurting their legacy in the long run. A lot of people swear Fabolous is about to take out 50, and that's just not realistic. Even if someone wanted Fab to win that matchup, it's just not happening like that. Let's be honest. This idea that Fab just lyrically washed Fifth is a reach, and that's not what went down. People keep saying this is old Fab, but it's really not. If you go back to those Desert Storm days or Fab's early 2000s mixtape runs, the quality was way higher than what we just heard. This wasn't Fab at full power, not even close, and pretending otherwise is forcing the narrative. And let's keep it real, these guys are older now. We're not getting the same hunger or edge from years ago, and that's just how life works. Once money stacks up and comfort sets in, the grind changes, the topics dry up, and priorities shift. Right now, it feels less like pure lyrical warfare and more like calculated distancing, light shots, and controlled tension, not an all-out classic battle like people keep dreaming about. It's just not gonna come out the way it used to, and that's the real truth. I've been listening to Fabolous long before this moment, and a lot of people haven't really been checking for his recent work at all. Most fans don't even know about the newer projects or the records he dropped with Dave East because they simply weren't paying attention. Now, suddenly, because Fab is throwing shots at 50 Cent, everybody acting curious again. Controversy pulls eyes every time, so people saying, "All right, Fab, I'll tune in," Even though they haven't played his music in years, let's be honest, a lot of folks haven't really been bumping Fab heavy since the Soul Tape era, and that's just facts. So now fans are emotionally invested, rooting for him to take out 50, but that outcome is basically impossible. The biggest reason is simple. 50 has the internet on lock. He controls narratives, clips, memes, and moments, and that advantage is massive. People love the idea of someone finally checking the so-called hip-hop bully, but let's be clear, 50 isn't bullying randomly. If you're an opponent of 50 Cent or tied to one and you take shots first, he's gonna respond. And when he does, it's usually petty, calculated, and loud on social media, exactly how he likes it. That's just how 50 Cent moves, and he's been moving like that forever. He always goes at his opponents, especially people who sided with folks connected to one of the darkest moments of his life. And that context matters a lot. You really can't be mad at him for that. If someone nearly lost their life and then watched people stand with the other side, most would feel some type of way. Let's be real. If you had 50's money, status, and reach, wouldn't you feel tempted to move petty too? That's why all this talk calling him a bully or miserable with money feels like outside noise. People judging from the sidelines don't fully put themselves in his shoes. Imagine how that trauma still sits with him after all these years. They really tried to take 50's life, and because of that, why shouldn't he respond however he sees fit to people who co-signed that energy, especially when some of those same people still speak on it like it was nothing. And when you add the Sean Combs situation into the mix, it gets even deeper. That fallout allegedly played a role in 50 being pushed out on the East Coast, forcing him to link with Dr. Dre out west when doors were closing elsewhere. So this whole situation between Puff and Fifth runs way deeper than surface level drama. That's why this outcome might not play out how fans expect or how they want it to go, no matter how loud the hype gets. This whole thing could flip into a full 360 real quick because 50 Cent has the internet on his side, and that changes everything. He's the bigger celebrity, the bigger brand, and right now that power matters more than any made-up hip-hop rulebook people keep quoting. If you really think logical and move business first, Fifth could shut this entire situation down in a way nobody's even considering. So if he pops up on Uncle Murda's 2025 wrap-up throwing shots, this could turn into a How to Rob Part 2 type moment, and that's not light. I hear people yelling nonstop, "We want the old 50. Bring back that version," but none of that is guaranteed. And let's be real, we haven't seen the old Fabolous either, and we're not going to. Fab doesn't rap the way he used to, and that's just the truth. I've heard Fab in his prime, and while he's still skilled, he's clearly declined in recent years. This isn't the same lyrical monster people remember, and pretending otherwise is nostalgia talking. That applies to a lot of older rappers too. Some just stop pushing themselves. But if there's one exception, it's Jim Jones. Jim actually raps way better now than he did back then, and that growth is real. That's really all I can say on it. Did Jim Jones rap as sharp as he possibly could on the Squatters Rights Freestyle? No, he didn't. But at the same time, his verse still stood out more than most of the others, and that counts for something. Now, Fabolous clearly had the strongest verse overall, mainly because he actually took direct shots at 50 Cent. That's what caught attention. Still, when you step back, all these verses were just cool, nothing mind-blowing, nothing that automatically demands a response. Personally, I don't even think it's worth replying to, but the pressure is being forced. Fans keep pushing for Fifth to answer back, and because of that, a response feels inevitable. The twist is, it might not come how anyone expects. Does 50 jump in the booth and go straight to wax with it? Maybe, maybe not. All that's really circulating is that he could pop up on Uncle Murda's 2025 wrap-up, and if that happens, the tone changes fast. A lot of people also keep bringing up Lloyd Banks, but let me be very clear, that reunion is not happening. Whatever went down between Fifth and Banks behind the scenes crossed a serious line involving family, and that relationship never recovered. So, don't expect a surprise appearance, don't hold your breath, and don't rewrite history. If Banks suddenly pops out, I'll take this whole video down myself. because Fifth and Banks are not cool anymore, and that's just the reality. So let's keep it real and bring it all together. What actually happens next, and how does this play out? Does 50 Cent really pop up on Uncle Murda's 2025 wrap-up, or does he switch the play entirely? Is another diss coming right as the new year hits, or do they flip it and drop something unexpected to really twist the knife? That's the real question right now. Some people think another freestyle could drop just to add salt to the situation, and if that happens, things could get messy fast. I want to hear from you though. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is going to happen next, and who really benefits from this situation? Make sure you smash that like button and hit that hype this video button, because that support helps this channel grow heavy and keeps these conversations alive. Share this video, run it up, and if you're new here, subscribe to Dripzine right now so you don't miss what's coming next.